Boom, 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 boom. Welcome back to another Hold It Down Pod video.
Yay!
It's your main man, the Unstoppable Bloodbath, back at it with my main man, Quan the Don.
You feel me? Mr. Wonton Quan.
Exactly.
You feel me?
All right, so we're back doing another album review. So we've said every week that the albums have only gotten better, and every time we sit down and we say, it's the best one yet.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to get better than this. You know, well, this is what Quan says. These battle rappers are really changing my mind about their music.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna hold you. This one right here, I'm officially declaring it, bro. I will officially stop talking shit about battle rappers having bad music.
That's good, because it's the best one yet.
For sure.
And this one is, this one even in the new one. This is Daylyt and Ichiban Don, Heroes.
From 2019.
Yep.
Fire tape, bro. I am very thoroughly impressed, bro. I've never heard of the Ichiban Don before, but nigga, I know now.
Yeah, I definitely know now.
Yeah, Daylyt, yeah, like this is a really good collab from these two, man. Like, thoroughly impressed. The production was crazy. I think that Ichiban Don is a producer, just from listening to his lyrics. He, bragged about having plaques and shit. And I'm just like, all right, I don't know your voice or your name. So if you have platinum plaques, it either means you're a writer or a producer. You know what I'm saying? So, and if he's a producer, I ain't gonna lie, the beats on this tape was banging. You know what I'm saying? In a good way, and it was versatility too. All the beats sounded different. There was different vibes, different shits, and that nigga could rap, and he was good at hooks. You know what I'm saying? And it was one thing that was impressive about this is the tapes we've listened to prior is like niggas trying to make more mainstream music, him and Holla was going for a mainstream look. You know what I'm saying? Lou Castro was trying to make club bangers. Shotgun Suge was making gangster music. You know what I'm saying? Joints that will pop on YouTube with videos from what's that nigga name? Not Cole Bennett, but some Chicago videographers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so with this one, like I was saying to Bloodbath before we listened, I was like, yo, this tape right here, like if this tape was like released on TDE or like on Dreamville, it would definitely get some like respect that's deserved. Like it was that level of quality.
It really is.
No
like
cap.
this is a high quality album and tape, or whatever they label it as. But it's very well done. You could tell a lot of production values put into this, a lot of effort and time was put into this. It's well made all around.
Yeah, the artists involved in it know what they were doing. They didn't just decide to hop into the studio. Like, these niggas knew how to ride the beats, pause. They knew how to like follow flows. They knew what to do with the bars. Like, it was very, very low on weak tracks. Like there was only really one weak track, and the weak track technically is the last track on the joint. We listened to the deluxe version, but like the last track was the only track I was like, yeah, this was a low point. No pun intended, because it was actually a track all low.
Yeah, I only had like 2 songs I didn't really care for, but the rest of it was all similar quality and well made. So I was like, yeah, this is another good song. Like this is probably the only project we listen to that I will probably go back to more often, because like there's like 2 songs off Lou Castro's project. Other than that, I don't really return anything else we can listen to. This one, I could definitely picture myself playing this as like some chill background music for doing something else. I wouldn't be bumping this, but I would definitely listen to it again. Like if I just want to hear some good quality music. Yeah,
this could definitely be in like the playlist when you're just playing 2K or playing some video games.
Exactly.
Like this is definitely good playlist music for that. Like the 20-year-old me would love this shit. You know what I'm saying? When I was really into the blogs, like this is really top quality, 2 Dope Boys, nah right type music right here. You feel me? Like, I don't know if niggas are still on them sites. Technically, I still have 2 Dope Boys as my home page and shit. I never, because I didn't know what else to make the home page. I was like, do I want to make Google the home page? Like,
I just Google, nigga. I'm basic. I'm a basic nigga. My friend just Google.
I didn't want to do it. So I was like, you know what, 2 Dope Boys. It still reminds me of my childhood look. Well, my beginning of adulthood a little bit. But I never was the biggest on Nah Right. I was sort of like, I know niggas love Not Right. Not Right was the top one. Then 2 Dope Boys was probably like number 2. So I always like 2 Dope Boys. But,
yeah, I was always on 2 Dope Boys. I was on 2 Dope Boys and DJ Booth.
DJ Booth was always a cool third. If I couldn't find it on the first 2, I would check DJ Booth. But yeah, like this is definitely like that type of music. Like if you are from the era and you like kind of want that feeling again, this is definitely that. Like the Pac Divs, the Mickey Fax, the you know the niggas that made it on the Freshmen's, you know, when the covers really mattered. Like that kind of music. You know what I'm saying? So high quality shit right here. You know what I mean? It was, and I think the deluxe version was 16 tracks.
The deluxe is 16 tracks. It's an hour and 2 minutes.
Yeah.
The regular is 12 tracks.
Yeah. And when I tell you every track on the regular every track bumps except for Low, in my opinion. And Low was the last track. Yeah. And when I say Low, it's not even a bad track. It's just
it feels out of place.
Yeah, it feels out of place because it was like they attempted a club record.
It had auto tune and singing and stuff in it. Like
it did feel weird because the Ichiban Don's voice is very low. So for his low voice to be having auto tune, it just felt like he had mucus in his throat and he refused to cough it out. You know what I'm saying? I low key just realized, I was like, I don't think I've ever heard somebody like have like speak low bass in their voice and do it on auto tune. Usually when people do auto tune, they're singing, so they bring their voice up. You know what I'm saying? Or they're naturally high voice, like, you know, the man, the myth, the legend that is T-Pain. You know what I'm saying? Like they're usually already high voiced. But for niggas to be like, yeah, like for niggas to be going low with it, Barry White voice, and have it auto tune was a little different.
I didn't really care for that song. I didn't care for that song, and also didn't care for the one right before it, Black Star. I don't really like Black Star like that either.
Black Star was cool. I wasn't mad at it, but everything else was fire. And the only thing that made it like got my attention was I forget what track it was. It was probably like track 3 or 4 that had a feature. And
we had was it the Kaz feature? Because that was track 5. But he had a Nick Grant feature on track 3, so that's what you was talking about.
I hope it wasn't Kaz. Because it can't be Nick Grant. It can't be. No, it wasn't Punch.
His Punch was on track 7.
It might have been Kaz. Because the way that nigga was rhyming, I was like, yo, I thought it was Sheet Happens for a second. So I was like, that nigga rapping different. And it was kind of weird. It wasn't bad, but it was just like, I felt like he was reaching. Like, I felt like it felt like a nigga trying to be lyrical, not a lyrical nigga rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was... It felt like the nigga was just tired and he was like, you know what, I owe these niggas a verse, let me just get it out and go home. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that. I was a little thrown off with Don Go and Da Vinci. That's the one that sounds like Murals.
Yeah.
Where they just like,
same
I know
sample.
like they just use the same sample, but the beats are very similar. I know it's probably on purpose. These niggas were probably inspired by Murals and was like, yo,
probably.
I want to rap like that.
It's definitely
Let's make it. And that's what happened.
It's definitely a fire ass sample. I ain't going to definitely a fire ass sample, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it had to be in Cause, because if it wasn't like Nick Grant, I've never heard Nick Grant be weak, and his voice is like very distinct. You know what I'm saying? Nick Grant, I ain't gonna lie, Nick Grant is one of them niggas that I'm surprised he didn't blow up, because he was like kind of slick talker, you know what I'm saying? But like very hip hop, had good beats.
I'm not familiar with him at all.
You would like him. I think you would like him. But yeah, this project
like Mr. Motherfucking Esquire.
No. He's from the Carolinas, I think. No.
I was wondering what happened to that nigga.
It's something. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that nigga. He was still releasing music. I think he's just nobody cares now. Because he was one of the niggas that was like, you realize when you realize he really didn't rap that well. It was just amazing. His videos did it because like you just see a nigga all the shit he did. It was like amazing to niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like if I show you a video of his, like you'll be like, all right, the song is whatever, but just the imagery is like, all right, I'm a nigga from Florida, so I was like, yo, nigga in this cooped up apartment, got all kinds of pictures on the wall. Nigga got, no lie, probably 20 necklaces on of like random pendants and not jewelry, but like accessories and shit. Yeah, and the nigga wearing a jersey and some freaking Adidas. Like, oh, it's just different. You know, back then niggas just liked different shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was like something like that. Now that you can't get away with that for years. It's gonna get boring eventually. It's like, all right, how much different shit can you do? Especially if you're from New York, you be like, all right, like that New York is, you know, niggas know the Coney Island shit going viral on TikTok. Like, New York is funny. It's crazy sometimes, but it's like, all right, you're not gonna be the same person getting away with that shit mad years later. You know what I mean? We need something else. So
yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Motherfucking Esquire though. I'm sure he's still doing his thing.
I have no idea. Anyway, back to Daylyt.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we enjoyed every song on here. I was like,
For sure.
we agreed it's probably gonna be one of our shortest reviews because we really have nothing bad to say.
Yeah, it's all good.
It
All
even
fire.
has what usually when we be like, all right, what could they do better? Quan always says try to get more mainstream features.
I ain't gonna lie.
They even did that.
There's
So
nothing. There's nothing I can say because like this is honestly like for niggas like me and Bloodbath, who big TDE fans, big Dreamville fans, and like we're still a big fan of everybody in TDE, everybody in Black Hippie,
yeah.
and we remember what their early projects sound like. This sounds like their early projects.
Yeah.
Like this sounds like Kendrick before Dr. Dre got involved, and that's still good.
We highly recommend this.
Like, like this sounds like Absol still being on some long term shit. You know what I mean? I think I said this tape sound like what Absol's supposed to sound like now. Because them last two tapes wasn't really feeling it from Absol, but like he had 2 features from Punch.
Yeah,
which is rare because like niggas that know Punch is the label head at TDE. He raps, but he don't rap often
at all.
So for this to have 2 Punch features, I think I've come to the conclusion that I feel like Ichiban Don is like a producer that's probably really tapped in with TDE. Which might explains why he can talk like Grammys and plaques and shit and me not know his name. But it would make sense.
It's possible.
Which also makes sense why there's like, it sounds not TDE-ish, but TDE quality and, has 2 verses from Punch. You know what I mean? I'm going to do my research on that, but that's where I think he might come from. You know what I'm saying? So
it would make sense. It would make a lot of sense.
Because even some of the shits, like, while Low was a low point, and that was, like, the direct club attempt, there were some joints where the joints, like, bang, but they still remained, like, I don't know, on some hip-hop shit. It's hard to explain. You just got to hear it and know what you like and know what you're listening to, like, feel it. But, like, it really had that appeal. You know what I'm saying? Like good shit.
Yeah, like, kind of like you said, it's not really going for a mainstream. So, like, most of the album doesn't go for a mainstream sound.
Yeah.
It just goes for like
a good song.
Yeah, like they're just trying to make quality hip hop music.
Yeah.
And the era you described it's pretty accurate. Like early 2010s TDE type stuff.
Yeah.
It definitely fits that vein of hip hop. And I'd say this is like the most highly recommended thing that we have to offer anybody. Like,
yeah, we definitely.
This is our highest level of recommendation. I don't know what system we use to recommend things, but
yeah,
if we could, we'd give this a full 5 do-rags.
Yeah, 4 or 5. You know what? I'm declaring it. Yeah, that's our rating system, nigga. 4 out of 5 do-rags.
Well, this one got the full 5.
You know what I'm saying? Or
full 5, all 5 do-rags.
Or 4 in a 2-tone.
Two-tone?
You know what I mean? Yeah, this definitely 4 out of 5 do-rags, my nigga, for sure. Yeah, this is a good ass tape, bro.
Yeah,
this is a good ass tape. Like shout out to Daylyt, shout out to the Ichiban Don. You know what I'm saying? I'm familiar now. I still don't know if I'm gonna listen to Daylyt shit. I hope this is an indication of how Daylight's like sound is musically.
Yeah, because I expected Daylyt to be doing a lot, but he showed a lot of restraint in his raps. Like he would still have like some pretty layered bars, but he would still be on beat, and he would still like know not to overdo it because this is a song. You got to condense your stuff, and he condensed everything very well. I think it was very well done.
I just don't want him to be on no weird shit because like I did try to check his SoundCloud afterwards, and the first joint was a song he released 3 years ago, and it was called "I Eat Your Kids," and it had a picture of like a Greek art style of somebody like actually biting a child's stomach, like eating a child, and I was just like, I don't know because of Daylyt who he is. I'm like, this might just get weird. You know what I'm saying?
Assuming the point was to be weird because that's a reference to Zeus's dad.
Yeah, but it's also the same nigga that talked about having sex with Diddy while being in Whiteface in the DJ Vlad interview. So it's like while we get good quality from him, we also are liable to get bullshit from him.
Yes.
So it's like I don't be pressed to reach out because nigga, I'm a fan of Tyler the Creator now. I wasn't the biggest fan of Tyler the Creator when he was rapping about rape.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
I didn't start listening to him until his new album. Like, I'll go back an album or two just to see if that was good too. But
Cherry Bomb is the furthest back you need to go. Everything. Maybe Wolf too. Wolf is cool. Wolf, he doesn't really talk about rape. He was just evolving. Shit got more musical, but really before then, it's Bastard and the two joints that he released first, which is the one that nobody knew and then the one that blew him up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Wolf you could start from.
Yeah.
Or Wolf is the furthest back you can go. And you'll be satisfied. But yeah, good tape from Daylyt, you know what I'm saying? Daylyt and Ichiban Don, Heroes. Good shit, man.
Definitely. Do you got any favorite tracks, or are all your favorite tracks you want to keep it pushing?
I ain't gonna lie, I'll say whatever the first track was, I'll give it that, because I feel like when we were listening to it, that set a tone for the tape.
That one was called Heroes.
I like that joint because that joint set a tone for the tape, and I was just like, if they can maintain this tone, we're in for something good. And I was actually glad that they did that. They actually, in fact, kept the tone and kept that same quality throughout the tape. So I would give it that, because everything else is fire. But like, also, you know, the way my radio is set up is like when you had your shit connected, it wasn't showing the now playing screen, so I couldn't see like the name of the tracks when it was playing. We saw it today, but like last night we couldn't. So I was like, I'm only, you know, I don't know which track is which, but all I knew was I liked it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll say the first one, tone set and shit. Which one is your favorite?
I got a couple. I liked
Low.
Heroes, like you said. I also liked BPB, which is that's the first song that Punch is featured on.
Mm-hmm.
And then
shout out to Punch.
Yeah, big shout out to Punch. I also liked We Rose. See, I'll take those couple as like my favorites. But everything on here is really good.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all out there have heard this and you know something similar to this that's made by a battle rapper, let us know. We love to listen to quality battle rapper projects. That's what this channel is about, promoting battle rap and hip hop culture. So we would love to listen to other battle rapper albums and or tapes and say that they're just as good. Like, we really don't want to bash their music. We will if necessary.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it honest. But if your shit good, we also gonna keep it honest with that too.
We would love to be able to say positive things about their music. Even
if your shit is good and it's not our style or our cup of tea, we're still gonna be like, all right, we ain't gonna shit on you. We're gonna be like, all right, it's not our cup of tea, but this shit is. We can tell the nigga put some thought into this, like, you know what I mean? It's better than some of the shit that I've experienced with battle rappers in their music. Like, y'all niggas, I ain't gonna lie, y'all new niggas, even though like Daylight's not a new nigga, some of the niggas we listen to aren't new niggas. I do like that y'all are taking the people before y'all and taking what they did and making it better. Yeah, it's all improvements. You feel me? I definitely do appreciate that.
Word. Before we get out of here, I also wanted to talk about some other good music, which is our EP. The T-Pain Campaign EP is out. Go to the Dead End Gaming SoundCloud channel. Listen to it. Spread the word. Make sure you at T-Pain. Use the hashtag T-Pain Campaign when you spread the word.
You know what I mean? Tag everything about that nigga. Yo, tag T-Pain, tag Nappy Boy Radio, tag if you know he got a manager, tag that nigga. If, you know what I'm saying? You can leave his wife alone.
Yeah, she ain't got nothing to do with this.
She ain't got nothing to do with this shit. You know what I'm saying? But anybody, if you watch his podcast and you see anybody in a room and you follow them niggas, tag them niggas in the shit too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Any way to spread the word.
Exactly. Yeah, we want to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. Which have a great night. Peace.
Word up.